Hello, hello, it's Angela. I'm back with more of the Flips and Folds and File Folders journal. So it is file folders. I've used several. And we left off on this page. So I told you I had an idea here, and I do want to use it about some hanging tags. This one is just a little tight. Let me switch it around. The reason it's a little tight is for this reason that I'm going to tell you. When I use these connectors like this, what I have found when I hang things from them is eventually this piece comes loose. And then, you have to fix it somehow, and it's glued down and you can't fix it. So one of the ways, two ways I've found to fix them. One is to put these, what do you call them? Slip rings. Let me get something tiny. See how that has, two rings going around it? I think it's called a slip ring. One is to put a slip ring, take that out, just take the little thing off after you remove the whatchamacallit, and then just run this, just slip this onto here. Hard to get your fingers working this way. If I beat a lot, I don't have a problem with my fingers hanging onto this stuff. If I don't beat a lot, I have a problem. So you have to get that down in there. So open that up and then close it back together. Now you have this on there, and mostly your stuff's not going to slip off of it. If it somehow gets wrapped around and comes off, well, then it's still a problem. Now the other thing you can do is to remove this piece again and take this off, and to slip a chain on here. A nice heavy-duty chain, not giant, because remember it has to fit through this little hole. But you can slip a chain on these and then hook things onto the chain, and that will keep them on the chain. But we're going to go this way today. I'm going to slip this in the hole. I'm going to hold that as tight as I can with this facing downward, because once we tighten it up, it gets awful hard to move. So first I'm going to just clamp them down. When I'm sure that's straight, I'm going to start maneuvering them so that these can be under tape. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to put tape on it. And this again is the can't remember what to call it. Score tape. Sorry about that. Anyway, work them down in there. The tape will form around the little edges and stuff. And I put it on this side too. The reason I did that was to hold this over these holes, because I should have punched the smaller holes, but I didn't. Because originally we were going to use not the brads, but the eyelets. Well, we decided to use brads, so brads move around in the hole unless you use a little tiny hole. Okay, so those holes are all covered. We are ready to go ahead and apply this to our book. I'm going to go around it with ink. And we actually have quite an interesting page going here with using these lines for tuck spots. I think that's a pretty cool idea. Certainly gives you another way to think about your paper, doesn't it? And we could have done the same thing here. We could have made that into a tuck spot as well. There's all kinds of things you can do. Okay, I'm just going to go over this piece right here. I'm going to come over here and go over it here a little bit. Okay. All right. So let's put glue on the back of this after we remove these. Now I can see this one is still loose and running around down there, so I'm going to fix that here in just a second. Because I used just little bits of tape, I'm just going to come down here with one long tape and apply it. And I'm going to put another one right over here, just to secure those in there. It just helps. It helps to keep the hardware out of the way of things with your journal. Going up here, making sure those are under, and they are. And we're going to use I'm using Barely Art Glue. It's just like art glitter glue, except for they ship it in the wintertime. But it actually works exactly the same. It does have a little more holding time, but barely. So really they are comparable to one another. They are both priced about the same. So it's just preference. I do find that this one, the nozzle doesn't quite seal up as fast, and it comes with 3 size nozzles. But other than that stuff, it's really they are the same. Pretty much the same. Now this has that score tape on it, so like I said before, score tape will start to dry, it will adhere once it gets past its gluey stage here. I made this a little bit smaller so that it would fit in here good. Okay. I hope I'm not sticking off the top of the page up there. Well, if we are, we'll clip it off. Well, I think it's all right. Okay. Now, you can use these to hang things off of too if you want. I just decided that I was just going to hang a few things off of these. How, you wonder? Well, I'm going to tell you. We are going to put this pocket down after I thought I had this part done for you, but I didn't. It's just one of those things that I do, the inking. I've seen journals not inked, and they are absolutely stunning. But I fell in love with it. I did not used to like inking. I don't know what changed my mind. I don't know if I could do an album uninked now, but or a journal. Okay, so we have this. Let's go ahead and glue it down. I'm not going to change what I'm thinking right now, because that's a dangerous thing to do, because then I go off down a squirrel hole or a rabbit hole. Squirrel hole. Well, some of our squirrels are grand squirrels. Squirrels. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, here we go. Pocket. Pocket, pocket, pocket. Okay. Excellent. We love it. Okay. Now, I didn't put any thumb holes in that. You may wonder about that. Well, it's because we're going to make things that tuck into the pocket and don't get away. So, here's a tag we could make. And I think I'm going to make them just as simple as possible. I actually kind of like that angle in it, but I think I'll tear it off and we'll have it roughed up. I think we'll round the top with a 1/4 inch. I know I must have a smaller one somewhere. So here we go. Now let's attach something to it. Let's see, what do I have? What do I have? What don't I have? Oh, not those. Oh, I do have these. These are printed from Shabby Cottage Studio. So there might be something on one of those that we want to add. Oh, and I also have these. Now, I can't remember who I printed these from. I'll have to look her name up. But I thought those were very cool. We could just use some of these. These will match a lot better, I think. So, my printer went crazy, as you see. As you can see, it went crazy. Well, let's just not worry about all of that right now. We can come back and decorate these. Let's worry about getting this decorated first. So, punch a hole in the top. Punch a hole in the top. Where did my other puncher go? I don't know. Big hole or little hole? Let's go with the big one and we'll put a large that's okay. And we'll put a large I can't think of the word. Eyelet in it. Once I start getting out beads, I'm oh goodness, I'm surrounded. I hope my voice is on there. Yes, it is. Looks like it's getting close to time to change the battery. I'm going to go ahead and slip that in there. I have to find my other tool. There's that one. What did I do with it, you guys? I know I didn't give it to my dog. It's a scallop. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. Duh. It's right there. There we go. Okay. Whew. Our first one. Tuck it in. Oh, I think I brought this up here. And we're going to slip it right through here. And we're going to give it a little knot up there. Maybe 2 knots. I'm trying to keep them as flat as possible. And then we're going to tie this on there. And we can tie it with some outer knots here, like this. And if that doesn't seem like it's going to hold it, which I don't think it is, no. We'll have to double it up. But you could slip a bead on here as well. But then a bead's going to make more trouble for you for keeping your journal flat. Come on. Show me how you're going to knot up. Nope, it still comes out. Oh, she's not making it work. By the time you get done with all these knots, I think it'll just keep coming out because it's too soft. So, what I would do is snippity-doo-dah. I think I would maybe use a tiny attacher, or just tie it up like this. So that did not work too well. Okay, take that off. You can tell I haven't thought it completely through. So let me see what I have in my one of these bead box here. I think this is just jump rings. Yep, that's all jump rings. Let me grab a bead box. Am I hooked up? Yeah, I'm hooked up. Okay, hang on. We gotta walk across the room. It's a small room though. We can do this. Gold cap beads. We don't want a cap. We don't want that. We want something that has a large end in it. But not a cap. I don't know what to tell you. I know which one I want, but I'm not seeing it. I must have it tucked in the back somewhere. Looking for a spacer bead. A spacer bead that has a larger hole, so stuff will just go right through it. Don't know. Don't know where they went. Let's see if I can find maybe silver spacer beads. Oh, the bigger the hole, the bigger the bead, and we don't want a big bead. That is for sure. A big bead will just get us in trouble with our magnets and everything else. So this is what I brought over. See, everything gets fatter and fatter and fatter. I mean, they're all great, but that's too fat to put in a journal. Even, you know, even these flat ones are really too fat to put in the journal. Now, these might be okay if I used a smaller string. If I could get a needle through that one. So we need to come up with a new idea to keep it flat in here. So let's just do it the old-fashioned way. And tie them up here. They're catching up on the edges there. So we slip that in so we can tie it to there. Okay, so there's one. And then on these, you could actually tie a couple more. Oops, I needed that one, darn it. Here's this one. I'm no good at straight cuts, you guys. Sorry. So here's a squarish one. I think I forgot to start my timer. I am so sorry. Okay, punch a hole in the top. I'm going to go with the smaller one this time and not put a brad in it. I put a brad in the other one. So on here, maybe we would put this one. And maybe we would tie it. And tie it again. Tuck it in. And Maybe this one we would do the same. We'll come back and decorate these. This is just to show you what I'm doing with them. And a hole. And if we come back and put brads in them, then we'll make the hole a little bigger. What's the point? I'm just thinking of how fun it would be for, or a discovery someday, for somebody to find this and find little notes on all these little tags tucked in here. That's all. Just a fun little thing to do. Nothing great or grand. Just fun. Just a fun. So there we go. That is kind of the idea. You want these to be able to lay flat. Now, big thing is to find out if they still close. If they don't close, we're in trouble. Yep. They don't close very well. So that is too fat. I'm going to cut it off. We're going to come back to it when I get a better idea of what I want to do. I know what I want to do, but it's just not doing it. I guess that's just too many. That's why I was going with this one, because it's a flat one. We're going to try it once more. I'm just going to run it through here. I'm going to try it the opposite way. Flat. And we're going to run it into here. This way. And give it a little knot. There we go. This is better. So, here's my thought. Is that we would have just a nice little tuck place with notes that would, whoever finds your journal someday would say, oh, how cool is that? So, there we go. Now, if this really won't hold, if it's just slipped out a spot, then we can always add another magnet down in here to try and catch it. So anyway, we would do that with the other two pockets as well. Well, it's just, now the other thing you could do would just be to put some little decorations on here. Just hang some little cards off of it, you know, with another eye hook. Let's take one of the old Tim Holtz hooks, because it won't matter if it comes off anyway, really. And hook it on here. And there you go. You could just hang some little things right inside your journal. Oh boy, that really takes up space there, doesn't it? So anyway, that's the idea. It's not great, but it kind of works. Maybe that needs to be tucked in just a little bit. I think this is just in the way. But this is a nice big one, so it does lay kind of flat. But we'll come back and finish that. Up here, we have a couple of pockets that will need to be filled. So we have this one. Got to slice that down a little bit. Now remember, this one can have a big long one in it. There, that one fits there actually. Let's go this way so you can see it a little better. There's one. And here's two. Let's take it off right about there. So we have one. Let me cut that one off just a little bit. Two. And then we have a little one down here, which would be right about there. That perhaps we'd have some little things in that go sideways. So that puts us here. We have pockets to put stuff in, to put some papers in. And that brings us to here, the front page of this. Now, because we have so much in there, I am going to, I think, just cover them. The surprises are inside already, and then we have surprises back here. So for the beginning of a journal like this, where we're trying to get it all tucked in, we might not want to build this up anymore here. I think it's built up quite enough. So, not that one. Not that, not that. Those go over there. Let's see, what haven't we used? We've used that. We've used that. I don't know if we've used that. We've been using this one, but I don't, yeah, we did use some of that. Let's use this one. I really like that one too. And then we have some more that is writable that we can put on the back cover. Okay, so we're going to use this one. And it's going to go from there to here. I'm going to leave it over a little bit. We've got a little bit of curve on our spine there. So I'm going to bring it over just a little bit. It's okay if the folder shows, because we already know that the folder is a perfect color. So I'm leaving it a little bit of space. Put that back up there. That goes in the box. Let's put the beads off to the side. And let's put these things that we practiced on behind us, because that's all behind us now. Okay, I gotta dump some things in the garbage there. I had a big stack of teeny tiny, tiny little scraps. Okay. Here's that. I gotta put away these bead tools, or I'll just set them off the side for right now. Okay. Alright, we have to do the side, 1/2 inch. I think that's what I used. Eek! I hope that's what I used. Yep. Okay, we'll go around that edge. I wish I remembered what time I started, because I forgot to start my timer. Didn't look at my time when I came in here, because I'd been uploading videos and just totally spaced it, to be honest with you. Now what you could do with the front of this is to use it for a decorative area. If you don't like this, you could add, I don't know, put some little mushrooms on it and a little forest scene, or collage it with something. There's so much you can do with these things. So glue. Oh, glue. Oh, glue, oh, glue, oh, glue. There we go. So let's finish these two, and then I'm going to let you go since we've got that part all done and I've mixed you up really good. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness sake. Yeah, let's go this way. I'm going to put this one up here. And then this one is going to be down here. And they are both approximately that deep. Let's see, there's the first one. And there's the second one. Oh dear, I've lost it. Right there. Let's see, get them going the right direction, because the wrong direction would be just a little frustrating. And you can, if you just barely touch the edge, you'll just lightly do it. But this one has been, you know, getting kind of grungy as the whole time. So I'm not too concerned about how much ink I am getting on it. But if you do want it to just be light. Oh, this is upside down? No, it was upside down. Okay. I thought I did it upside down. Oh, oh no. So, let's see. Gosh, I haven't been doing anything, you guys. Just keeping myself super busy, so I'm not all worried about my kids being sick and about my good friend being sick. They have a good friend that is very sick with COVID, and I'm just worried about her. Just don't want anything to happen to her. You know, I hope those magnets are on top there. Yeah, they are. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm trying to stay super busy because then I don't think about it all the time. I stop and pray for her a lot. And pray for all my kids. Pray for all the grandkids. Sure makes you want to cry though, doesn't it? Okay. If I didn't break that again. Nope. Okay, there we go. So this is going to act as a cover for this. This here is very bendy, and that's not where we want it to be bendy. We want it to be bendy only over here. So one of the things we're going to have to do for this is to give it something firmer right here. And I think we're going to have to make a firm piece right here so that the book doesn't keep bending right there. It needs to bend as a whole unit. Kind of hard to do because this is over here and that's over there, so bad planning on my part. But anyway, I want to make this into like just a writing surface so that we just put paper on it that you can journal on or write notes, quick notes on. And then same way with the front, because the front's going to come over, and I think probably this will end up being a pocket on the inside, and then we'll have magnets here going on the front. Okay, all right, I think that's it for today. I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you're picking up some do's and don'ts. This might be a don't, but you know, it looks okay. It's just an idea. And you know, what would you do with this idea? Could you do something with it? If it was on the outside, I'd say let's really beat it up and have fun with it. But you can't do that here because it has to close. So, maybe just some little charms hanging here. So maybe a heart and a good luck charm and something like that. So I don't know, something to think about. I will talk to you tomorrow. I hope you have a great evening and stay well and stay safe and enjoy your day. Bye.